Kaeyi and welcome to Hardware Heaven. Today we are going to be taking a look at two brand new Corsair mechanical keyboards. We've got the K70 and the K95. Two very different keyboards for two very different jobs. So let's get right into today's video. Let's start by taking a look at the Corsair K70 mechanical gaming keyboard. Now this is an English QWERTY layout keyboard. It's got cherry MX red mechanical key switches, key by key customizable backlighting, and contoured textured WASD and 1 to 6 keycaps. Cherry red mechanical key switches provide smooth linear key response for ultra fast double and triple taps without the audible click. The key by key customizable backlighting with deep red LEDs with adjustable brightness and key by key programmability to light up just the keys you need. You can change the brightness by pressing this button here, and then you can change which keys you would like lit up with this button here that you can program in the drivers. It's got a brushed black anodized aluminium chassis with professional grade look and feel, plus the rugged durability needed for hours of gaming. As you can see, it really does have that metal finish. However, it's not that heavy, but still weighty enough that it won't move around on your desk. It's got full key matrix anti-ghosting with 20 key rollover, which means every keystroke translates into accurate gameplay even when multiple keys are pressed. Now that we've got the key features out of the way, let's take a look at the keyboard itself and what you get in the box. Now, we've got the keyboard here. It's got the number pad on the side with some media keys located on top of the number pad on the right hand side. We've got a volume scroll wheel here, which is really cool. If you're in a game and it's too high and you're recording, you quickly want to change the volume, you can do that. We've got a volume mute key there. You've then got the Windows lock key, which if you're using Windows 8 is a godsend because you won't accidentally tab out of the game. You've then got the brightness control for the backlighting and then controlling which keys are being backlit there. We've then got some additional keys and the key removal tool that you pretty much get with every mechanical keyboard. As you can see, I've already put the red Ridge WASD keys here, but you can also get them for the 1 to 6 keys, which I haven't actually yet put on. As you can see, they look really cool. They've got a brushed red metal finish, and I think it just makes those special keys stand out when you're in games and you need to access them really fast. We're also provided with a handy wrist rest, which just provides more comfortability with the keyboard. You simply just flip over the keyboard, slot it on, inserting these two slots here, and then you're away and you're ready to play with more comfortability on your wrists. One thing I absolutely love about this keyboard is that the spacebar actually has some weight to it. I always say with mechanical keyboards, they put loads and loads of time into every other key apart from the spacebar. It always seems wobbly, it seems unstable, and it seems like you're going to press it by accident. But this key is absolutely perfect. Pressing these keys feels like there's some weight into it, much like you want from a mechanical keyboard, but it's actually not that loud. Considering it is one of the newer Corsair mechanical keyboards, most of them are pretty loud. However, the cherry red switches provide the extra resistance, but also make it a lot quieter, I found in other mechanical keyboards that aren't using these switches. What else is there to say? It looks great, it performs great, everything is where it needs to be. You've got media keys and the volume controls without it being too invasive. It looks really professional, it's stylish, the metal finish is great. I absolutely love this keyboard. It's got a USB port on the back, so that even though you're using two USB ports to plug into your PC or laptop, you've still got an additional USB port on the back there so that you can plug your mouse into it or something like that. I'm going to give this keyboard a gold. There's nothing I can fault with it. It's perfect in regards to what it needs to be done. There's nothing fancy about it. It's got no touch screens, nothing like that. If you're looking for a mechanical keyboard that performs well, it's not that loud, it's got backlighting, it looks nice, it cleans up easy, it's got a nice metal finish which will go with any really, then this is definitely something you should check out. Now let's take a look at the K95 mechanical gaming keyboard. Again, it's got cherry MX red mechanical key switches, key by key customizable backlighting with 18 additional programmable G keys along the left hand side. This kind of keyboard is definitely aimed at the MMO gamer. All of these programmable keys are only going to be necessary if you are an MMO player and you've got a lot of key binds. You can have these rather than binding your other keys on the keyboard. So if, for example, you're playing World of Warcraft and you're wanting to access a mana potion super quickly, but you don't want it on any of your 1 to 0 keys or any of the letters, you can have it on G1, access it really simply because you've got those 18 keys on the left hand side. Again, this has the 4 key matrix anti-ghosting with 20 key rollover. It's going with the brushed black anodized aluminium chassis again. We've got key by key backlighting and onboard profiles stored in there as well, so you can save all of your key binds and you can have those wherever you are, which PC you're using, they'll be saved on board on the keyboard. We've got our macro record key up here, our USB pass-through again at the back. It's got the backlight program key, and then we've got the multimedia controls located here with the volume controls, and again we get a wrist rest with this keyboard as well. In regards to how well this keyboard performs, it's exactly like the K70. The spacebar feels great, all of the keys feel great. There's just a few things that I would have liked to have had in this box as well. I wouldn't mind if I had some additional WASD ridged keys like in the K70 and for the 1 to 6 as well. However, I do really like the 18 macroable keys on the left hand side because again, I do play a lot of MMOs and that will be really useful. However, I do have a Razer Naga and I found that I was using the keys on the Naga rather than pressing the buttons on the K95. So if you are someone who doesn't really like pressing buttons on the mouse, or you have quite big thumbs and you find it quite tricky, then this is definitely an alternative to having a mouse with the buttons on instead. So these buttons that you can macro, as well as you can macro the keys on the Naga, and I think it's definitely an and or scenario. You don't have to have both, but if you prefer a normal mouse, maybe one of the Corsair mice for example, they don't have a ton of buttons on them, but they feel great, they perform great, and they have that metal finish on the bottom that I absolutely love. One of those mice would go perfectly with this keyboard because you've got those buttons that you're losing out by not having a Naga on the keyboard. I absolutely love both of these keyboards. I love the design choices that Corsair have made. I love how it performs. I love the keys. It's really simple. It's really plain. The drivers work amazing, as do all Corsair drivers, and I would definitely recommend them. Each keyboard has its own uses. One I would say would be for more general gaming, and this one would be more specific to MMO gamers. The backlighting works well. It's really bright. You can customize it. I just think there's everything here. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely check out the Corsair keyboards if you are interested. Their peripherals are only getting better and I'm really impressed with the design choices they've made and how they're going forward with their new ranges of mice and keyboards. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!